Hello everyone, welcome to Playwright session, and today we will discuss about the different command line options available in Playwright. So I have VS Code open here, and under VS Code I have different tests here. So if you see under test folder I have 3 files, spec files, and inside each file I have multiple test cases. So each test block is considered as one test case here. So in this file I have 3 tests. Again inside form I have 1 test case, and in third file again I have 1 test case. So total 5 test case I have. And if we want to run this test, we use some commands. Like to run test we use npx playwright test. So what this command does, it will check in your configuration file what is the location of test dir. So whatever the tests are available inside this folder, all will get executed in headless mode, because playwright run test in headless mode by default. And you see running 5 tests using 5 workers, and all 5 test cases are passed. Okay, so this is the command to run all your test. But what if you want to run only specific file like example.spec.ts file? So what command you will use? So for that you will use npx playwright test and then provide the file name. So my file name is example.spec.ts, and this will run the specific file. Okay, so let me correct the command: npx playwright test and file name. And if you see, like, because in my example spec file I have 3 test cases, right? So if I go to example, I have 3 test cases here. So this is my test 1, this is test 2, and this is test 3. So all 3 tests are executed in headless mode. So this is the second command to run a single test file. So how you can run the multiple test file? So I want to run more than 1 test files. Okay, so you can provide the multiple files also. Let's say I'll provide test.spec.ts. so by this is my first file, example space, this is my second file, and before that I am writing npx playwright test. And if I hit enter, now you see the test from 2 files are running, like total 5 test cases, 3 from example and 1 is from test.spec.ts. okay, so next we will see run test at a specific line. Okay, if you want to start executing your test from the specific line, what I will do for that one, npx playwright test, provide the file name like example spec.ts. Now write 37, hit enter, and now you see the running 1 test case and 1 test is passed. So from spec file I just run this test case by line number like 37. Okay, so that's about how to run test with a specific line. Next command we will see how to run a test by title. Okay, so my test has some title, right? Get started link, this is the title. If you want to run by the title also, you can do it. So for that we will use a command npx playwright test and pass the flag -g and the title, and this title you have to put inside a double quote. Okay, title you have to put in the double quote and hit enter, and you see the 1 test is running. So it is running this test because we are providing the title. So by title name also you can run the test case. So run the test cases in a headed mode, because now till this point I am not able to see the browser, right? So run same test case by title. You can combine the commands also. Okay, just write --, headed. Okay, we are running npx playwright test -g, run the test case with this title in headed mode. And now if I hit enter, you will be able to see the browser execution also, and you see the browser is launched, it does the verification and it is closed. So next we'll see how to run test for a specific project. So let's say I will run for Chromium. So what command we are using? npx playwright test. So this is to run the test. Second parameter we are passing, I want to run this specific file like test.spec.ts, and to run in specific project I am adding -- project equal to the project name. Like project name means for Chrome we need to pass Chromium, for Firefox we need to pass Firefox, for Safari we need to pass WebKit. And let's see if I run it, and you see it executed. And you can see the browser, in which browser it is executed using this command, report command, npx playwright show report. And if I run this one, you will see it run in a Chromium browser. Okay, so next try in WebKit, and let's see if we are able to run in WebKit or not. So instead of Chromium, I'll write WebKit and hit enter. And now it run very fast, but we'll be able to see in the report in which browser it got executed. Okay, and you see the project WebKit. Okay, so these are actually browsers, but you have to make sure these browsers are enabled inside your configuration. Let's say if I comment this WebKit now here. Okay, I'll comment this WebKit from here, and now if I try to run in WebKit, it will throw an error. Okay, project WebKit not found. So we have to keep it enabled inside our playwright configuration file, then only it will work. Okay, so next, let's say when I run npx playwright test, so what is happening, all the tests are running, like running 10 tests using 6 workers, right? Because it take all the test case from test folder and it is executing, right? And it is running in parallel also by default. So how to disable parallel execution? So for that we'll write npx playwright test workers equal to 1, and this will disable your parallel execution. Now you see the execution happening sequentially, so it is still running using one worker, it is running. So this is how we can disable parallel execution. Okay, and if you want to run your test in debug mode, so you will write npx playwright test, and then here you just pass --debug, and your test will run in debug mode. So in debug mode means you will see this playwright inspector also, and you can debug your test. You will see your log, your navigate, see all the logs, locator, everything here. So you can use the --debug if you want to debug the test case. Okay, now next, if you want to see run test in interactive UI mode, so there is UI mode also available in playwright. So for that you will use the command npx playwright test --UI, and see, this is the playwright test UI. So it is not like headed mode. Okay, headed mode is different, UI mode is different. UI mode means you will get all the tests loaded into this window. It has lots of features. You can filter the test case by tag. If you have given tag, let's say sanity, and you see there is one test which has sanity tag. Let me execute this example.spec.ts, which has all the browser invocation logic and all, and now you see it is executed. So now if we see here, you can see the navigating to which page, and each and every action you can see, like here we are navigating, here we are doing validation. Okay, here we are in picture. So all the timeline each will show here. On the down you see locator, source. Okay, this is actually your test case. Then call. Okay, then logs also, if there is any error, console, network log also you can see here, attachment, annotation. So lots of things are available inside a UI mode. So if you want to run, you can use this --UI option. Okay, so next we will see if any browser is not installed. Let's say Firefox is not there, so how we will install it? Like you can just write npx playwright install, but these are already installed, like when I install the playwright in my system, so it is not giving any error, it is quickly completing. Okay, so next we will see CodeGen. Okay, anyway, like I discussed that in another separate video is there about CodeGen, but I'll just explain how we can start the test in CodeGen mode. So for that you will use the command npx playwright, just need to type CodeGen. Okay, CodeGen, and which website you want to automate. Let's say https://google.com, and hit enter. So playwright will start the browser and CodeGen mode. Okay, so here you can record the steps also. Let's say I navigated to google.com, I want to click on the search, type here roboticqa-academy, hit enter. Okay, and then stop the recording. Okay, then stop the recording. So all these steps will get recorded. You see here it recorded click action, locator also, it filled the data also, everything. Then I can take this data, copy it and put into your VS Code. Okay, so it is like a record and play tool. You can generate a script also, playwright script, using the code gen. Okay, so if you want to generate code for let's say Python, not for TypeScript, so what you can do, npx playwright code gen, provide the website also, and pass target --target, let's say Python, and the code gen will generate a script in the Python. Now here if you see, I'm just recording it. Let me click here, enter roboticqa-academy, enter, stop the recording, and let me go to my code gen. Okay, so if you go to code gen, and here right side you see the options like test runner, go to Python, and you see your code is now generated in a Python. See def, test, example, page, none. So this syntax is Python syntax. Now you can copy it and use in yours. So that's about, if you want to clear the cache. Okay, if you want to clear the cache, you will use npx playwright clear -cache. Okay, this will clear the cache. We'll cover the another topic in next video. Till that time, thank you, bye.